They look impressive in a one-off demo, then you try to generate a real catalog and the consistency falls apart. In this video, I'll show you the exact mistake that causes that and the system I built to fix it. One source photo, a full product set, ecommerce, studio, lifestyle, all from one command. But first, the mistake. Because the moment the model touches the product, you've already lost consistency. The obvious approach is image to image. Take the product photo, feed it into a model, and ask for a better scene. At first glance, it looks fine. At catalog scale, it breaks. Every run reinterprets the product. One image is manageable. 50 across a catalog is a consistency failure. So I stopped generating the product. I only generate the scene. That one decision fixes the entire system. The whole system is 5 steps. Start with the product photo, segment it cleanly, generate the scene, composite the product back in with proper shadow grounding, then run QA and export metadata before anything ships. And this matters more than people realize. If the shadow's wrong, the image feels fake instantly. So the pipeline computes the footprint from the mask, builds the shadow automatically, and anchors it to the surface. Without grounding, it floats. With grounding, it belongs. There's one more dead giveaway in bad composites. The edge. Cut a product from white, drop it on dark, and those edge pixels carry contamination. That gray fringe, instant tell. So the pipeline cleans the matte, refines the edge, and verifies the mask before compositing. So the product holds up on dark, on white, and in lifestyle scenes. This whole pipeline runs from a CSV, 1 row per SKU, style kit, background pack, lifestyle mode, source image, everything controlled from one file. So scaling the pipeline doesn't mean rewriting code, it means adding rows. And if you want a different look, you change a cell, not the system. This is the step most people skip. Before anything gets generated, the product gets cleaned first. We segment it, normalize it, find the real base, and clean the canvas before it ever hits generation. That base detection matters because it tells the pipeline where the product actually touches the surface. Skip that, and even a good generation still looks slightly wrong. One pre-processing pass, every downstream output gets better. 5 steps. That's it. Load. Segment. Prepare the scene. Composite. Save. That's the factory. And this is the moment the whole thing stops feeling like a demo and starts behaving like a system. One source photo turns into a full product set. Studio, e-commerce, lifestyle. Again and again, without rebuilding the process every time. And this part matters. When something works, the system keeps it. When something fails, the system flags it. Approved, rejected. The system separates what moves forward from what doesn't. When something works, it stays in the run ready to use. When something fails, it gets flagged before it ships. And every run leaves a record, SKU, preset, seed, settings, status. So when one image works, you can trace it, repeat it, and ship it with confidence. That's the difference. Not just image generation, production. Here's the difference. On the left, same products, but no style control. So the angle changes, the lighting changes, the background changes, and the catalog falls apart. On the right, the style kit is locked. Now, everything feels like one brand, one shoot, one catalog. Lock camera and lighting first, then vary backgrounds and seeds inside the style. There are 2 ways to generate lifestyle scenes, curated and generated. And this one decision controls whether your product lands or floats. Curated uses pre-built scenes. Everything is known, camera, surface, placement, so the product always lands correctly. This is what you use for precision categories. Shoes, bottles, fragrance. Generated gives you more variety. But now the system has to figure things out. Where is the surface? Can this placement be trusted? And that introduces risk. So the pipeline scores confidence. High confidence, place directly. Medium confidence, blend carefully. Low confidence, fall back or reject. Curated gives you controlled consistency. Generated gives you variety with guardrails. Use generated when you want exploration. Use curated when placement has to be exact. Same pipeline, different behavior, one mode switch. Here's the difference between a pipeline that demos well and one you can actually ship with. Every output gets checked automatically. The pipeline logs real rejection reasons, and some of them are category specific. Garments are one of the hardest categories. In generated lifestyle mode, the pipeline looks for a trusted rod. 0 confidence, it rejects automatically. 3 variants generated, 1 passed, 2 didn't. The one that passed ships. The other 2 never leave the rejected folder. That's the point of QA in production, not just finding failures, containing them automatically before they ever reach the final catalog. This is the actual repo, not a mock-up, not slides. The real pipeline. Clone it, install it, run it, then use it as your foundation to build your own. This is not magic. Thin chains can break in segmentation. Check your masks before running at scale. Low resolution input, you get low resolution output. That's a source problem, not the pipeline. On complex or low contrast surfaces, confidence drops and placement can fail. Switch those SKUs to curated. One cell. Everything else, bags, electronics, accessories, home goods, this is where the pipeline shines. Here's what you actually built. A pipeline that starts with clean segmentation, then keeps the product fixed while the scene changes. It cleans the matte, it grounds the shadow to the surface, and the whole run is controlled from the CSV. And this is what makes it scale. The style kit keeps the catalog consistent. Curated and generated modes give you range. Auto QA catches bad outputs before they ship. And metadata makes every good result exactly reproducible. That is the difference between generating images and building a system. Everything you need to clone this is below. CSV template, style kit configs, full pipeline, ready to run.